All right, guys. So basically, I'm airing this video due to some situations that occurred on last night's show. And I think there was a lot of misconstruedness to what was said, and that things weren't taken in the right way. So basically, everyone on here is going to give their opinion of what happened and their feelings, and then from there, you could take it and do what you must with it. But for me, the first thing is that I want to clear the air with is my show isn't my show. This is everybody's show. Everybody who's been a member of Immortalized in Stone, everybody who's, whether you've been there from day one or you've been with us for a few months or you're a member who watches in the panel and doesn't join in, everyone, I consider this their show because without your support, I wouldn't be doing it anymore. So the simple thing is, I consider it a real show. We all do. That's why everyone speaks their mind, whether or not it might be the popular thing. And I don't, whereas nobody has ever stopped me when I've said some stuff. And don't get me wrong, I put my foot in my mouth a few times. But it's all about everyone airing their feelings because that's what this hobby's about. Feelings. Everybody collects different things. Everybody has different feelings towards different pieces. Everyone has different opinions on things that happen outside of collecting. And everyone's entitled to that opinion. Since day one, when I started this with Vic, it was always a show about being honest and everyone having their own opinion. And we never were going to stop somebody from voicing their views. So anybody who comes to me and says, hey, Lou, it's your show, you should step in and stop someone from voicing their opinion, that's not going to happen on this show. Okay? Because everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Whether it's right, wrong, no one determines that but themselves. There's no law that says what's right and what's wrong in the world. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions. Now, that being said, I want everyone to understand that. If Tim said something, I'm not going to sit there and stop them because I don't agree with what they have to say, because it's just as much their show as it is mine. I never claimed Immortalized in Stone was mine. It's always was mine and Vic's, and whoever else joined in. So as long as you're a part of this show, it's part of your show. So that was the first thing that I wanted to say, because I get that a lot. Why didn't I step in and stop someone? It's not my place to stop them. They have every right to whatever they feel. And if you got an issue with them, take it up with them. Don't come to me. Don't come to Tim. Don't come to David. Go to the person who said what they said if you got an issue with them. And everyone on the show agrees to that. We all know this. Carlos says his crazy shit sometimes. I say crazy shit sometimes. Mike, whoever it might be, just go to them and let them know your feelings instead of saying, why didn't you stop them? But, that's not the main part of this video. I just wanted to put that out there so people understand why I don't stop people from talking their mind. Now, if you take it too far, like some have done in the past, you'll get kicked off. But you really got to step out of bounds, for something like that. And so that being said, now in regards to what happened, apparently we were talking about a show that happened, an award show. And it started off with a few dings here and there, which were all in good fun. And I don't think any of those were actually taken seriously or the part of the problem. However, it did come to a point where we discussed the Victor Rosario Award. And that's where the problem started. So now the first thing I wanted to say is everybody who's seen this show from day one knows Vic was a brother to me. Okay. We went to each other's houses. We had dinners together. We went out places together. We did the show together. We were together all the time. I'd go to New York just to meet with him and hang out. And he's as much family to me as anyone else in my actual family. So, that being said, I would never disrespect him or allow something on here that did disrespect him. And what now the award that was given for him, I appreciate it. Richard, I know he put a lot of time and effort into making that video, and it did come out nice. And I really do give him props for doing that. It was a nice thing to do for Victor. And the family got involved. And, I've seen the tribute video. It was very nice. The stuff his family said was great and touching. And I think it was an excellent award for an excellent guy. Now, these are my opinions. I feel that what was said and will be addressed by the person that said it in a little bit was taken out of context because I've hung out with him just as much as Vic has, and I know he would never say nothing against Vic in any way, shape, or form. I just think it was taken out of context, but he'll explain that. So those are my feelings, guys. I love Vic and I wish his family nothing but the best. And every time I do a video, I think of the guy. There doesn't go a day where I don't hear him saying in my ear, Mitch, or something like that, because I can't help it. He was a part of my life for so long. And, I love the dude and I know I'll see him again someday. So those are my feelings on what happened. And I hope nobody ever thinks that we would ever disrespect him on here.
Yeah, I agree. Invite Fate, Lou.
I did.
Okay, cool.
I guess he didn't get it. But Tim, you could go.
Okay.
Said Mike.
Yeah, I think a lot of things were taken out of context, and I think the person that took them out of context did it on purpose because something negative was said about their award show or whatever, right? Or we joked about it. I think they were called out in an email, or not an email thread, but a video thread on our show, in our comments. Someone said something, and I went back and forth with the guy from the Collectorverse. And basically, my point is, I kind of want to see the results. I really don't care who won or who lost, but I'm just like, it sounded fishy when they talked about it. It sounded the people that were involved. It sounded really, really fake. It sounded like they're doing something just to gain something, and if they really wanted to be a show that they're going to give an award for, then they should have done it with people. They should have given the awards or picked the people for the awards, not with the public, but with like a group of people, like a panel that make shows, that do videos, that know how hard it is to do this stuff, right? And that was my opinion, was like, look, if you're actually going to do something like this, then do it the right way. Because if you're just going to have 2,000 people vote, well, guess what? It's the person that campaigns the most is going to get the most votes, right? So it's not really an award show. It's just a campaign of who can get the most votes, right? And that's the person with the most followers on their YouTube channel, right? So that's my point. I could go in further what I think of my opinion of some of the people that are affiliated with that show, but I'm not going to do that because it's just my opinion. I don't think anyone really cares. But I don't think anything negative was said about Vic. I think we all love Vic. And that's what I have to say. I think Faye wants to say something, or David wants to say something. And then I think Mike is going to want to speak his piece.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still new to the community, so I don't have a lot to say. But I do have a lot of respect that
I sadly didn't met Vic, but I have a lot of respect for him, and he's one of the reasons that I started collecting back when I watched the show. As far as the award show, I appreciate them with the whole tribute they did. I think the whole nominating themselves was very tacky and very biased, and you're basically everybody that won was either affiliated with them or part of their posse. Again, it's your show, you can do whatever. I still sort of enjoyed it. It was all fun, but it's just my 2 cents, man. And a lot of people feel this way. And I know you said like, oh, people wanted us to be nominated. I mean, you had control. You basically could have taken yourself out. And I just felt it was really tacky. But again, whatever. No hard feelings or anything, but that's basically my 2 cents. Hey, you want to say something?
I'm in a little time to think. I really wanted to hear from Lou first, and I'm not gonna make you do that, Lou. I think it was on maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, saying what you had to say.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea about what you said and how you feel. I'm sure we all feel the same way, and I'm gonna let Mike go, and I'm gonna try to collect my thoughts, and then I'm gonna try to sum it up.
Mike, before you go, I think I'm reading the comments. A lot of people are saying, drama. Why is everyone being dramatized? I don't think anyone's even being dramatized. I think this episode is about just clearing the air.
Mm-hmm.
And we were joking about it. We were joking about this subject on the last show, and then we got into it with the Collectiverse guy and some other people did. So what we're doing is they want to talk about it, then I guess we're going to voice our opinions about it because that's what we're going to do. But I think really what we care about is Mike clearing the air because Mike, he loves Vic, and whatever was taken out of context, Mike wants to correct that. So.
Yeah, exactly. We're doing this because of the situation with Victor. If it wasn't for that, this video wouldn't be happening. He was a part of all of our lives on this show, and this is just to clear the air so people understand there were never any hard feelings, and this was never meant to go against Vic or his family. So that's that. Yeah, Mike.
Okay. All right. First off, I'm not one to apologize if I don't feel like I have to apologize for anything. So if anybody's expecting an apology, don't think you're gonna get one. I'm the type of person I always been a straight up mother effer up here, being straight up with how I felt about companies and everything, and I will never be nobody other than who I am. Let me explain something to you why a lot of people up here on YouTube don't like me. It's just like for a lot of reasons why now NWA is considered one of the best rap groups of the 80s. But back then, they were looked at as niggas with attitudes. Me, I'm kind of like in that same kind of category, the fact that I'm this real threatening looking urban guy from the hood who just has too much opinion. And a lot of you Europeans and other people do not like that. A lot of people up here don't like, they think a lot of guys up here should be well-mannered. A lot of people don't even think that a lot of people, I'm gonna leave that out of it. I'll just basically say what I said with that. Now, a lot of people didn't like me from the gate just because what I said on other channels. Now, I forgot it wasn't David. It was the other dude last night who said what he said about he voiced his opinion on his Thanos that he spent $1,200 on. He didn't like the teeth, and other people were giving him hell about it. And people seem for some stupid ass reason that if you don't like a piece and you're not part of the ass kissing crew, everybody got to wind down on you. Well down on you. So as soon as other people start talking about it, now everybody come out the woodwork. Yeah, it's the teeth, yeah. And now all of a sudden they don't want to apologize because a lot of people up here are fake ass narcissists. And I said narcissist with the N, not arsonist. Just in case a lot of people up here don't have the gratification or the brains to understand that. Or maybe it sounds or seems weird that a person of my caliber or look, a lot of you guys up here don't like me. And any little thing I say, even just the way I come up on the show, you're like, oh my God, They want to get off and click Lou off and be like, oh, why you let that guy on and everything. You know what? Like I said, real people recognize as real. People enjoy me because I'm a straight shooter. I'm a straight up person. I've never been nobody other than who I am. And for other little punk ass dudes, first of all, I don't even know who this Stat Biting or whatever his damn name is. I don't know any of these people. Now, me and Vic's daughter had a text conversation back and forth a little bit. And, you know, I'm not going to go into detail and say exactly what she said word for word. You know, I do feel bad that she kind of does feel a certain way, but I'm thinking that she doesn't really understand. Like a lot of people, you know, they just say, oh, he said this and that. First of all, I was told, I didn't even look at this. I was actually told about it. And when I heard it, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. That's like me sitting here saying, listen, Lou, you know what? I know you got some statues and stuff you want to sell. So you know what, Lou, this is what we should do. Me, you, Faye, Dave, Tim, Chris, why don't you know what, Lou? Why don't you do a raffle and sell one of your, you know, and do a raffle for a $40 buy-in, and then you know enough people get together. Sooner or later, you get 15, 20 people who put $40 each raffle. 40 times 15, that's gonna come up to a lot more than what your statue's going for. Now you're actually getting way more than what the statue's worth. So you know what, Lou? Damn. All right, now we're gonna pick a winner, and guess who wins? It's either Fate, Mike, Tim, Chris, or whoever else. And then everybody got something to say. Oh, that's fucked up. But because of this channel, and people sitting here bitching and moaning about, you know, this person, I don't like this person because that person copied off of me. And yo, you guys are like little fucking pathetic pussy ass children, man. You know, you're grown, supposed to be grown men, and you act like little bitches, bro. Oh, y'all, a lot of y'all act like that. And you know, like me, I'm into bigger, better things. I don't give a flying fuck about any of these statues. To be honest, I don't even give a flying fuck about more than half of y'all up here. I still do my views having 8 or 9 views and 60 or 70 viewers. But you know what? Real niggas recognize and do real things. I don't give a shit about getting paid on YouTube. I sit here and bitch and moan about my money and not being able to afford statues. That's a joke because half the people in this panel know. A lot of people in this panel know my circumstances and know the kind of person I am. I could sit down tomorrow and fucking do a video. I can actually go to a dealership and shake their hand buying a brand new Hellcat and don't even put a dent in my fucking account. And on top of that, turn around the next day and buy 3 goddamn Dr. Dooms and won't even put a dent in my fucking account. But right now, my money's for my kids. I don't give a shit about any of this materialistic bullshit. And a lot of you people up here, like people like Fate and all these dudes, these people that love what they're doing, and they take homage and love the fact that, you know, it's about the community of, you know, it's not about showboating what you got and sitting there, oh, well, this company's giving me that. Everybody want to kiss other people's asses because, oh, wow, he's talking to this person with that. I don't know none of you dudes. I don't give a shit about you, man. And it's just like, for instance, like I was telling Lou and Tim and these guys before the show started. I said the funny thing is, when Vic was alive, a lot of you people, not only did you not give a damn dime when they got along and they did this thing to help, you know what I'm saying, to help with the thing for Vic. Not one person, you know, try to contact the family and give condolences or nothing like that. It's just amazing how in life people are not celebrated, they're hated. And you know what I'm saying, they become a martyr after they die. Now all of a sudden everybody, oh, they see other people, oh, he was a great guy. And I'm like, and for months now, I'll be sitting back like in videos like, but I'm not gonna say nothing because I would never piss on nobody, even people they don't like. I would never piss on somebody's demise. I know a lot of you guys up there, I've gotten messages, PMs, and Lou know because I told him. Motherfuckers like, oh, you got cancer? Yo, thank God, I hope you die. And I'm like, yo, that shouldn't even faze me. It don't even hurt. Why? Because you know what? Karma's a bitch, and what goes around comes around. You can wish whatever you want on me, man. I'm a guy who got a real good life, a real good jacket. Yeah, I'm a ghetto-ass dude from the hood, grew up in the projects, around the ghetto and everything. But you know what? I'm also a motherfucker that served my country, and I also served the NYPD for a long fucking time before I decided to leave all that shit. And you know what? Real niggas do and talk real things. Hold up a second. Just for a lot of you motherfuckers out there, you can take pictures of this, contact NYPD, and you can show all that shit right there. And I can show you my ID too with a big ass retirement going across it, my niggas. So for anybody out there, I recognize, you know what I'm saying? One thing I do and one thing I recognize and one thing I was trained to recognize body, you know what I'm saying? Recognize fake ass people. You know, I could see that shit a mile away. And for somebody to come on the show before the show start and try to get Lou to come and do this because everybody knew Lou and Vic were like white on rice, and then to sit there and know that you had a hidden agenda to do something from the gate. And everybody's like, oh, why is everybody dramatizing this and that? This year is supposed to start for everybody not being dramatized or doing no drama, no nothing. But you know what? People, it's funny. Like, for instance, you're on the line, right? It don't matter how you look, who you are, what color you are, what you got on, whatever. You're on a fucking supermarket line. And you get one person who wants to be sarcastic, they in your face, they almost skip you. You never know nobody's temperament. But you want to be sarcastic and be an asshole because you got away with it 2 days ago. But all of a sudden, you got the wrong person in a wrong mood, the wrong mindset. You come out your face, you get lumped the fuck up, and then guess what? First thing happens, you get embarrassed in front of people. Now you want to get the police involved, and that's almost the same thing here, man. Like this is crazy. Like, you know, like I understand, you know, Vic's daughter, she's not really happy with the situation because she feels like things were taken way out of context, and she was cool with the show. And I'm like, you know, I'm all for it. I'm like, you know what? As long as you're happy with it and you're cool with it, I mean, I see it for what it's for. But if you don't see it or you don't really care about it, Vic was about love and forgiveness. I respect and I understand that because I know Vic long enough to know that too. But I do know that there's a lot of individuals up there that he didn't like and they didn't like him. And just because the man passed away, you know what? For instance, I hear all this shit on YouTube about how Bruce Lee was fake because he never had real fights and this and that. And I told everybody, listen, that's just stupid, scandalous. You know, a dead person can't defend themselves. But you know what? I'm gonna be Vic's voice. Why? Because me and him share almost the same temperament. I'm just a little more. I'm a lot more X-rated. I'm like a lot of him and a lot of other people up here. You know what I'm saying? That's not even on the show right now. Only difference is I don't give a damn about popularity. So that threatens you. That threatens a lot of y'all because a lot of y'all know me from Mike's on 007 channel. I was a dude that had figures you guys wish you can have. And I got rid of them shits for a lot of you other dudes up here that was talking shit about me too, that you guys got it for under retail and then turn around and selling your shit ridiculous amounts of money when I was talking about these companies. And now the same people are sitting up here now who are basically same thing I was talking about. They giving other people's props for it. And now they getting rid of their stuff. How you gonna sit here and tell somebody they wrong and they an asshole because they're voicing their opinions about materialistic nonsense? Are we grown people here? Or are we fucking like soap opera children? Like, what is wrong with y'all, man? Like, why don't you grow your own balls? You came out your mother's vagina by yourself. Even if you have a twin or a fucking triplet or a quadruplet, at the end of the day, everybody came out that damn tunnel one by one. You are going in a coffin and in the ground by yourself. You understand? So people need to start growing up and fucking thinking for themselves. And to sit here and get upset with Lou and get Lou involved is just as pathetic as sitting there and getting Vic's daughter involved. These are people that are still suffering at a loss of a great fucking person. And you're gonna do some bitch move. Like for instance, one individual know who they are. Where they went to, you know, when there was something going on with another person up here who a lot of people don't like also. And somebody tried to red flag Lou from not airing any of this out, but never ever came on the show and said, "Oh, you know what? I appreciate you and Vic for what y'all did. You guys are the reason why everybody got their own channels and panels now." Not like that, but it's the minute they were gonna get called out for going overseas and getting this and that from all these XM companies and shit, and now the same bitch move they did with that, they're gonna go and get this man's daughter and family involved by figuring, you know what? I'm gonna shut these motherfuckers down. First of all, you use them people. They may not think you did, but you did. See, me, I'm gonna speak my mind. I say what's on it, and I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people love me for it, and a lot of you motherfuckers hate me for it. But you know what? I'd rather have those 10 people that love me for it than 10,000 fake-ass followers all day. And at the end of the day, I'm not apologizing for it. I'm not even apologizing to his family. They feel a certain way about it. You know Vic your whole life. You guys are raised and loved by him. I know him enough to know that the reason why I said what I said last night is plain and simply because a lot of them fake ass people never liked him from the gate. And the fact that they used y'all, it's sad. I understand people feel a certain way and they're like, oh, well, you know what? It was for the good. No, it wasn't for the greater good. Because at the end of the day, the greater good, how can something be good when you started off evil? You can't sit there and say, fuck it, we're going to kill 20 people just to save 5. Or we're going to kill 5 to save 20. You're creating one bad to do another bad. There's no righting wrong. You can't fucking right wrong. At the end of the day, you can't. And you know what? At the end of the day, I might say something else after somebody else speak. But that's all I got to say. But getting Lou involved, that's bullshit, man. You know what? Like he said, anybody want to address something, you address me. My channel's here all the time. You can sit here and look at one of my old videos and still write down a reply to even this. And I'll reply back. At the end of the day, I never came up here and disrespect. For all the years I've been up here, I never attacked one fucking individual for nothing. And that's the sad thing, how pathetic and fake a lot of you fake ass motherfuckers are out there. And you know what? The truth hurts. And right now, y'all feeling that shit. Because you know, at the end of the day, you can hide from anybody up here, but you cannot hide from yourself. At the end of the day, when you brush your teeth, comb your hair, get a shave, put whatever you put on your face, you always see you in the mirror. And the sad thing is, 99.6% of you motherfuckers up here don't like what you see in the mirror. This motherfucking ghetto ass cancer surviving motherfucker is very proud of who he is and what he accomplished, and the fact that I have kids doing the right thing. Considering statistics prove that motherfuckers like me don't exist, or we don't have, or we don't this. You guys wouldn't even know half the shit about me if I didn't even flash what I just flashed earlier. You know, that just goes to show you never know who anybody is on this planet, man. And I only did that to show a lot of you people, you know what I'm saying, my character. Because a lot of you guys, yo, I get a lot of y'all PMs. And I could do some sucker shit too and be like, yo, and show my phone and be like, yo, look what this person did and stuff. But you know what? I'm bigger than that, man. I'm bigger than that. People up here come up here because they have a passion for each other and they respect each other. There's a lot of shit a lot of people on this panel don't agree with what I say, but they respect me at the same time. And that's what you guys seem to miss the point on. You know, our argument and debate is the same thing, but the whole point is, are you going to argue? You know, one thing I was always taught in life is it doesn't matter how angry you are with your child, your wife, your husband, whoever. You never, ever lay the fuck down and close your eyes angry, because you're not guaranteed 10 seconds from now. And that's how arrogant a lot of people up here are. You motherfuckers up here think that you got life panned out. You're not guaranteed a fucking thing but death in life. And you need to grow the fuck up and remember that. Because at the end of the day, it's just sad, man. Like, you know what? It's sad how pathetic you guys are dragging this shit out and you taking it somewhere way out of context. And it's come on, man. That's crazy. Please, somebody take over before I really go crazy. Hopefully, Fake got something to say now.
No, I mean,
I love you, Mike.
Thank you, brother.
It's really hard to get this off my chest, guys. So forgive me if I go all over the place. I understand because emotions are everywhere. So I'm gonna tell you guys why. This is for the viewers, Statue Collective viewers. Okay, everybody. The reason why I'm on this show now is not only for the passion. Okay, because I could be on any statue show for the passion, but I'm on this show because of loyalty. Okay, Vic and Lou gave me a shot. That's why I'm staying home. I consider this my home, and when it's home, it's family. Okay, and I feel like his name was disrespected, so I'm taking that name back. All right, so for Victor Rosario, the trophy that was named, or the award that was named after him, the real award is coming back home to his wife and his brother Lou. Okay, starting right now, I'm bringing his name back home where it should be. All right, this is not about statues. This is about how men treat other men. Okay, so I understand what one of my brothers was saying, going his way, talking about being mad about statues. It has nothing to do with statues. It's just coming in our house, stealing our name, pimping a dead man's name out, and benefiting off of that. That's the story in a nutshell. That's exactly what happened. So you better believe a loyal person is going to show, like everybody here. This is why I showed up. I didn't want to talk about statues today. I saw the topic. I'm like, oh, I need to be here. All right, and like Mike said, real, recognize real. So I'm going to stick up for my family right here. Day one, right? Lou knows. Everybody here knows. David watched. He said I inspired him. Okay, it takes a man to step up and say that another man inspired him. Okay, not every man can do that. Okay, I respect that, David. All right, and you guys, you really did it to yourself. You really did it to yourself. And you get what you get. You reap what you sow, guys. You reap what you sow. So I'm not going to wish any ill will, but just know you reap what you sow. Okay, and it's not for free. But if I don't come away with anything, just know that the Rosario name is going back to where it needs to be. So consider that award a recast. Okay, the statute language. All right, and I'll just end it right there.
You know what, Faith? You said you know the sad thing about this whole thing is all that time I wasted my breath. You should have spoke first because I could have kept all that shit to myself because you basically just said everything I should. You put it in such a fucking. I would say you would put it more in a Malcolm X. You
very well said. Yeah.
Such a great. You had such a great diplomacy on how you said it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you and Obama on it, and I was just like, I was Trump at it, bro. I appreciate that, bro.
That's why Fade deserves a lot more subscribers than he has.
Yeah, man. Like, damn, man, this dude just
very well said.
You know, yes, man. You know, fuck Dave, but yeah, man. You know,
fuck me, fuck me and my swamp thing.
Oh yeah, man. But yeah, man. You know, but like I said, Lou would never try to stop nobody. I remember when Lou told me that some people, you know, that were smiling in my face and stuff was like, yo, man, you know, you need to get rid of, you know, Mike and Carlos, and there was another name too. Can't remember which name though. That's why I'm not mentioning it. Why you guys got that? And he was like, you know what? Those are my people. You don't like it, don't watch. And these are all people that ventured off, try to do their own thing. And it's just sad. You know, it's just really sad that these are grown men. And it's like, you could travel the world, go travel. Yo, I mean, I did a lot in humanity. And that's why, you know, some people say, oh, you're arrogant, you're cocky. You know what? I'm not arrogant, I'm not cocky. I just know where I am and where I come from. I'm a person that done and accomplished a lot in my short life. And there's a good chance I may or may not have a lot of that left. But at the end of the day, I'm a fighter and I'm always going to be a fighter. And I'm always going to stand up for what I believe in. If I'm wrong, I'm the first to apologize for it. But I would never apologize for something I don't feel I'm wrong at. And again, I just think that it's real sad that people had to use such a bitch move to try to get somebody else's family or family members involved in something because I understand where they're coming from or where this individual's coming from. Because, you know, but it's funny when you're fooled into thinking this is what it's about, you're gonna look at other people sideways like, no, but it's not. That's not the case. The case is, you know, there's a hidden agenda behind what they did, and then that just illustrates the point when you go ahead and say, yo, look, check this out. This is what they're doing because now you're helping them reconcile their actions by getting more people to come aboard and say, yeah, this is coming from just because that's that person's bloodline don't mean that you know what I'm saying, like Vic will be okay with that. I know enough about him to know that right now he giving me a fucking high five with a Hulk hand on by saying Mike, bro, and you know how Vic does that, Mike, bro. Hold on, so I wish I had a mug in my hand right now. I'm gonna act like this is a mug. Right now, he would be like, Mike, bro, thanks. I know that. And at the end of the day, as long as I personally know spiritually in my mind that Vic is cool with it personally.
Well, you know, I think what a lot of people are thinking is that, I mean, the award show, it's fake. You know what I mean? It's what are they doing? An award show awarding YouTubers? You know what I mean? If you're gonna do a statue of the award, I understand that, but what are they trying to get? They're trying to get more views. They're trying to get more subs. They're trying to, you know what I mean? They're trying to get stuff out of the collectors, right? Most of us didn't want to say anything. Most of us don't really care about these statue awards, right? Or not these awards, right? These YouTube awards. Who cares, right? But the topic came up, and it's fake. They're fake. They're fake people. You know what I mean? And a lot of us know that. A lot of us, we just, a lot of us just have a lot of respect and respectful people. We're just not going to, call people out all the time. But since it came up, people in the comments have even said it now in this video that, I mean, it's a fake award. The fake awards. It's bullshit. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're using Vic's name to get more views, to get more subs. You know what I mean? To get more followers. That's what they're doing. You know what I mean? If you're going to actually give awards out to people, give it to small channels. Give it to the people that, that no one knows about. You know what I mean? Be real. Don't be fake. And that's what I liked about Vic and Lou since the beginning. You know what I mean? So I can't stand fake people. I'm nice. I try to be nice to people, and I try not to be rude and stuff. But I mean, the award show was bullshit. I tried to bring it up a long time ago, but Carlito was nominated for it. You know what I mean? And I was just trying to be respectful. I didn't want to. I'm not going to try to rain on someone's parade. You know what I mean? He was excited about it. So who am I to tell him not to be excited? So. But then he didn't even win. You know what I mean? So, fuck that.
Yeah, you're right, Tim. But the thing is, it's not even about, like, I felt a little funny because it's like I felt like I was being alienated at the fact that it was more like, oh, I feel like some people thought I was being jealous. Like I said early in this video, like, I don't even know these fucking guys. What the hell I care about being jealous? I mean, being jealous. Like, you look at your house, wherever you come from, and look at the house I have now. And you look at my bank account, and you look at what I accomplished in my life. You may be over exceedingly jealous if you understand half the things I've done and accomplished in this little life I've had. And I don't run around flaunting it or bragging about it. But at the end of the day, I would never sit there and start off something and then get mad at the backlash. At the end of the day, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I've always protected myself. If I felt somebody came at me a certain way, I'm going to come back at you, and it's going to keep going back and forth until I'm like, you know what, I'm man enough to leave it alone. If you want to come see me, you can come see me, and we can take care of it that way. That's it. But other than that, I just don't like it. Like, you can't sit there and get mad at people for calling you out and knowing what you're about. If that's the case, don't do it. I don't even understand. Like, don't even do. Like, why did you come on a show knowing that you knew from gate one what you was doing? Like, come on, man. That's when you expect people on this panel not to get upset.
But then here in the end, even what they've seen here today, you have 5 different people, 5 different opinions of this situation. Now, that's how it's going to be. On any show that there's multiple people involved, everyone has a different opinion to what happens. And that's their right. Now, like I said in the beginning, if anybody has a problem with what anybody was talking about today or anybody's opinion, you go to them.
Yeah.
And you let them know.
Yeah.
You don't come to this video or this channel and start bitching about it and start hitting me up and complaining online, because I don't got time for YouTube or Facebook drama. As far as I'm concerned, if it wasn't for the loyalty, like Fate said, of everyone here and the love that we have for each other, I wouldn't even do this fucking show anymore. That's where it's gotten me in this community, because it's too much people who don't understand that in any hobby there are differences of opinions. If you cannot respect somebody else's opinion and you're going to cry every time their opinion is different than your own, you shouldn't be in any hobby, because that's just what they are. They're opinions. Everyone's is different. And if you can't accept that, and we're talking about grown-ass people 30, 40, 50 years old, starting stupid drama on Facebook or YouTube. It's not needed. If you don't agree with what somebody says, move on. Keep your mouth shut and move on. That's how the world works. You know, if not, if not, like Mike said, you got a problem with what Mike said, take it to Mike. It's just like that. That's in the end. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, and I want to say, just leave Lou out of it. Like Lou and Vic's family, right? You know what I'm saying? Like they had nothing to do with this. If a lot of you people up there always look for me to be the villain, and I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I know narcissism when I see it, and that's exactly what this was. And I know a lot of you people are shocked that I even know what that word means. I can actually spell it for you too if you want. So, it's just crazy, man. Like, and when you get people like Tim, I know enough about Tim and Fate, and I can tell Fate got so much more he want to say. And when you get people like these guys, David, all these guys coming up here, and I can see the emotion and how much shit Lou really wanted to say, just from what he said a couple minutes ago. And everybody know I'm raw with it. But when you got people like these guys coming up here and they're like, yo, listen, blah, 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 then it's wrong. You can't sit here and do something and start it off messed up, and then you automatically out the gate. People see through your shit. But it's like you guys are so deluded and blind that you see it and you still deny it. Like, what is wrong? That's a disease. Do you know the difference between what a disease is? People that rationalize having an issue that they claim they don't have, but you have it. Like, a lot of you guys out here, you guys need help, man. Like, you really need to stop. Like, you need to get out of other people's underwear and just, get your own underwear and know how to change them, man, and just keep it moving with life. Because, like, this show has never been about drama. And for 2 years straight now, that's why I got rid of my old channel, because of drama and nonsense. And I'm upset that I even allowed myself to be put into this. But then leave Lou alone. Lou, Fate, Dave, Chris, Tim, Carlos, anybody else on the show has nothing to do with me. They're grown men like I'm a grown man. You know what I'm saying? If these guys have a problem with me, I'm pretty sure they know they can be comfortable enough to come to me and sit. When Lou, I was actually in a cab on my way to go pick up a budget truck when Lou told me this. And I was in a car like, oh my God. And the first thing I said to Lou, I was like, you know what, Lou, I should have never said what I said. I am so sorry that this shit spanned off on you. I felt upset and guilty the whole day because he was on the phone arguing with people and defending another grown-ass man that he didn't have to defend. But he defended me because he knew how much I love Vic. And he knew, and we share the same things a lot as far as that go. And I'm extremely upset about it because I know from the gate, I don't give a fuck about your statues or whatever. Even when the guy came on, I was like, oh, well, that's cool. And I was like, all right, well, just make sure you do what you do. That's exactly what I said. And I never spoke anything else other about it. And then that's when the show was live and Lou allowed him to speak his piece on it. And that was the end of it. I don't, like I said last night, I don't know anything about it. I don't even know. I hear you guys talk. I have no idea about these. I'm like, what the hell? Where they get all these pictures from? I'm saying, like, what's these forums? I don't know. I could sit here right now and throw any one of these statues on the floor and won't give a fuck. I'll probably get mad later, but I can care less, man. Like anybody else here, we do it because you know what? When you're a grown man and you're going through grown man, real, legitimate grown man shit, sometimes you want to sit back and see the fruits of your labor by sitting here and looking at stuff you love. And this is like everybody have therapy their own way. I used to go to the range and just, destroy a whole bunch of damn, a whole bunch of targets. I stopped doing that because ammo is expensive and I'm tired of gunpowder messing my hands up. So I sit back and I'm like, I love shit. Sometimes I come in here, my wife, sometimes I'm being here, just sitting here in tears and pain. My wife is like, you need to go to the doctor. She's standing there crying in the doorway because my family can see the pain that I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? As far as this cancer shit go. And sometimes I sit back and I look at this stuff and then I'm like, damn, and it makes you feel like not only do you accomplish a lot, but it makes you feel like you on top of the world in your own world, in your own skin, when you can sit back and look at this stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Some of us out here, we sit here, we buy shit in a rush just so we can do the latest video, so we can get all the views, get all the ass kissers up here, so we can get a couple $dollars from YouTube. But then you got people like us who just want to sit back and like Faith said, it's a loyalty to a group of people. And it's not, and it goes beyond, it gets to the point where it's beyond loyalties. It's brotherhood. because it's like, you know what, you don't want, you know, it's just good to be around people that you know, and you know they share passion for whatever you share passion for, and you can agree to disagree, and you can disagree to agree, but at the same time, you're still gonna love each other and respect each other at the end of the show. You don't get mad at somebody and call them names and hate them and wish harmful shit on them because they're sitting here talking about a company. At the end of the day, we're all sitting here repping a company and giving a company fucking props, and we're marketing for them. You're getting nothing for it. We're giving them free advertisement. We're doing all their work for them, and they laughing at all of it. They sitting here laughing at everybody. When everybody was sitting in my other community talking about Sideshow and 1/6 scale, I was the only one that went up there live on my channel, called up Sideshow and said all this. Not Clipper King, not nobody, me. I was the first original person to sit here and spit anything out. And even Vic recognized that. And Vic told me himself in Royal Collectibles, yo, Mike, man. I gotta be honest with you, man. With that side smile, yo, Mike, I gotta be honest with you, man. You know I got a lot of my stuff from you, right? I said, what do you mean? We never traded. He said, no, it's about the attitude, and I love how you do things. And that's how we start to click. And then through Vic, that's how I got to know Lou, and vice versa. And again, birds of a feather flock together. So I guess we both knew that, you know what, if this person is cool enough to hang out with Vic, then this person is cool enough to hang out with me. Then that's the same thing that happened with Tim and everybody else in the show. Again, like I said and Fate said, real recognizes real, and birds of a feather flock together. You got the BS ass kissers over there doing what they do. Then you got real people doing what they do on their channels. We invited another dude last night, brother Xavier. That's his new name. And he seemed like a very nice guy. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm not gonna lie. I'm the asshole of this whole panel. I'm the straight up dick asshole. And I am an asshole, but the whole point of the matter is, am I your kind of asshole? That's the whole point, man. I just say, love and let live, man. Life is too short. Every time I go to the doctor's office, I'm getting good news, then bad news, and good news. And then seeing my brother laying there in that casket was some straight up real shit. And I've seen that. I've seen the pain in his family's eyes. And whether his daughter or whoever else don't agree or think, oh, this is not what it's about, I understand that, sweetie. I understand you feel a certain way about that, but you know what? You don't understand. I understand. You know what? And even though sometimes, like dealing with a child, sometimes you have to defend people even when they think you're wrong.
Mike, 1 second, man.
Yes, sir.
Pardon the interruption.
Nah.
MCE, come home, man. Come back home, man. Come back home. Take your name off of that, man. That's my Florida boy down there, man. Take your name off of that. That's all I gotta say. Go ahead, Mike.
No, yeah. MC is different than Collectiveverse.
Well, yeah, that's all I have to say, man. I just, that hurt me. That hurt me to see him laying there. And his family was nice enough to allow me to share him and to share their experience with YouTube. And then for you to go ahead and do this, oh no. Like realistically, I'll be locked up for assault right now if I was around any of them. I don't care how big and bulky dudes think they are. If I was there, if I was in front of anybody, I would literally break your jaw and knock your eye right out your socket, because that's how much love and it's the same thing that goes for anybody on this show. You know what? You attack any of my people, you're attacking me. That's like, this is my blood. You know what I'm saying? Like Faye said, this is family, this is loyalty. And you attack anybody on this panel, you're attacking me. Straight up. And if you attack anybody who respects, and there's a lot of people here that's not gonna respect or understand where I'm coming from right now. Some people will, some people won't. But then I would never.
I do. No, I do.
I'm sure this video is gonna get just as much hate as the last.
Oh yeah, probably more. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
you remember the stuff with Omar was happening? And the first thing that what I heard was I was like, oh man, they can't talk about Omar like that, or they can't. You know what I mean? We should just let him, do his thing, because he's probably the person that I disagree with the most. But I was ready to get his back. As soon as something happened,
we've said it from the beginning, and then I can't be on too much longer. I got some stuff to do. But the thing is, that we said it from the beginning. You know, everybody on here is family, just like Fate said. So we got each other's backs. If somebody wants to start shit, call someone out, the whole thing there. But you know, it's gotten to the point in this hobby where it's just pathetic. You know, no one could just accept opinions and move on, and everything has to turn into a fight. So I'm in a lot of Facebook groups, nothing but fighting going on in there. YouTube videos get made, people take shit the wrong way, fighting there. And I just can't understand it anymore. That's where it's gotten. People say, well, you know, yeah, your passion with the hobby changed a bit. Well, this is why. Because when we all came into this, it was a bunch of men happy to talk about stuff we got. And we were so excited to meet other like-minded people that we put these shows together, and everything was great. Now it's blown up where there's so many people and egos involved that it's become just a crap on each other fest instead of supporting. And unfortunately, that's what's happened. So hopefully, in the end, someday we could all turn around and make it like it was.
No, I mean, I think it's always gonna be how it is, Lou. At the end of the day, you're gonna have people that's gonna watch the channel, regardless. Some of them may feel a little upset because they don't understand right now. Sometimes it takes a couple of days or some time for people to get their thoughts together and say, you know what, that makes it, you know, what I'm saying that makes sense. At the end of the day, you know, do you really want fake people? I say continue doing the show and we keep doing what we do. And I think what Lou also means is, I'm gonna speak for myself on this as well, is when we say that we're family, we got each other's back. It's not about, oh, well, you attack this person. Everybody can protect themselves. But at the end of the day, I think what Lou means by that is when people are basically just voicing their opinion and they're speaking straight facts. Because I don't want nobody to think, oh, so that what they're saying is, oh, so if somebody start drama, they got the just to let you guys know, that's not what it's about. You know, if you know, it's not about wrong, right? It's just about, listen, you know, you know, if everybody feel that you're taking it out of context and somebody else spin it off, because we all see it for what it is, and some people out there don't want to see it for what it is because they just like other people's groups. They got all these views, they getting free XM statues and all this other nonsense, so they want to be part of that. I say listen, man, as long as you wake up happy and go to sleep happy at the end of the day, that's for you and that's on you. But you can't expect the world to feel the same way and not voice their opinion. You know, that's just wrong. You know, the world doesn't work that way. I just want people to understand that. You know, I don't want people to think that it's gonna be like, oh yeah, so this person starts some shit, you got his back. No, you know, we're the first one to tell each other, no, you're wrong. Because like Tim say, you know, he doesn't agree. There's a lot of things Omar say I don't agree with as well. And there's some things other people on this panel say that I don't agree with. But sometimes they'll check themselves later, you know what I'm saying? And then I don't have to say anything. You know what I mean? But, you know, sometimes you sit back and I'm like, that makes no sense. But then when I hear them keep talking, and I'm like, oh, okay. So then sometimes I don't have to say anything. Because then I'm like, oh, okay. Because again, you know, we tune out everything. You hear, whoa, what? And you tune out everything else. He's trying to rationalize and verbalization. You have to let a person finish. But you know, that's all I gotta say. You know, I just wanted to
I want to say one more thing, and then I'm done. Stop posting fucking pictures of Doom on fucking Throne or whatever, or fucking what's his name on Throne? The jackass. Yeah, get him off of Facebook. I'm tired of it. Seriously, there's so many pictures of him. If you're gonna do it, I'll make it. Show me a broken piece. If you're gonna put me a picture of that Throne piece, I'm gonna see a broken one. That's what I want to see. That's all I gotta say.
All right. So basically, I think everyone said what they had to, and you know, the main focus of this was to, you know, clear the air and let everyone know that there was no issues ever with Vic, his family, or anything that went on. And this was just misunderstandings about opinions. And that's where we're going to leave it. hopefully there's enough grown people to understand what was trying to be said, and we'll move on. You know, that's the whole thing. This shouldn't even be an issue come a few days from now, you know, but who knows how people take shit and how it'll go. But just know that everyone here is done, you know, having to go on there and try to defend ourselves, because the piece was said.
Yes.
You know, you could take it for what it is. And at the end of the day, like Vic always used to say, if you don't like us, don't watch. And with that, we want to thank all the people that do support us, all the people in the live chat who have been saying nothing but good things and understanding what we've been trying to get across. You know, we don't hate nobody. We're just saying keep your drama away from us, as we don't want it. So with that said, enjoy the rest of your week. And for those that love and support us, we'll see you next week on the show. Have a great night and peace.
Yes, sir. Be safe.
Peace out, boys.